Hi guys, it's Jude here from Food Thoughts. Why am I doing this? Because it's a very silly idea. But seriously, I'm not very good at doing my blogs or keeping my website up to date. I need to give you an update now. So I thought it was the best way of doing it with my friend Pag over there, who set up this fantastic iPhone of his. So basically it's an update of what's happened, because I've skipped quite a few months because so much stuff is actually happening. That cliche, be careful what you ask for. Well, in my case, it all has come to me, but it's a lot, hence not being able to do my website. So this is the update. So I've got my website on the laptop, and by the way, part of my website was that I needed a new laptop. Eventually got it, so that's made my life a lot easier, but that doesn't mean I do my vlogs, so hence the camera work now. So looking down on my little list, I'm still doing Food Thoughts. I still have my project dream of sorry, my glasses. I've got to take my glasses off because apparently reflection or that. I really do hate doing this, but I kind of need to emphasize that I'm still playing out my dream. And I had a really good meeting last week. I finally got 3 charities who I talked to death around the table to think about a real community cafe. So all parties were really interested, all parties want to get involved, but all parties don't really know how to start it. So it was a question of looking at me, as it was my idea and dream. So that is going to take a lot of effort to keep everybody excited, which has caused a bit of a problem with me, because you kind of think, oh my God, it has really got to come from me. And with all my other projects that I'm involved in, it's getting difficult. But I'm kind of saying to myself, I can do it. It's all about timetabling, and it's part of my life. Now, just to update from my last blog, which was, funny enough, it was the first week in January, and yeah, it was really good. As you read from my blog, I had a fantastic year, probably the best year I've ever had in 20 years. But strangely and oddly enough, after that blog, January was pretty awful for me. I don't think the weather, the light, not having much sun, it does really affect me. So January was a pretty bad month, but I realised it and I slowly got through it. But I do realise maybe next year I've got to do something about it, where January and February is a bit worrying for me. But I did persevere and I got through it. So that was the main thing. Now we're into March, spring is coming along, and all my projects are at full steam. So the community gardens, for example, I think I did say in the blog that we'd planted 1,000 bulbs. Well, that's going really well. Unfortunately, we still have problems with a few neighbours with their dogs, but we still have to show a presence there. And I think we're going to have an opening day on April the 13th. So if anyone is in the area of Eccleston Gardens, you know what, I've forgotten the code. I think it's West 10. But it's near Portobello Road and Trellick Towers, if anyone knows that area. Do come along, because we're looking for volunteers to be almost a kind of, to get involved obviously, and to show a presence, so the garden will go in its right way. We're going to have loads of workshops in the summer, so it's well worth it, and it's looking pretty. It's looking really colourful with all the yellows, all the blues, reds. They're all coming up already. We're getting a lot of mild weather, and I'll soon be planting all my herbs and stuff outside my front bit of the house here, of my flat. we've had a bit of scaffolding, a bit of painting going on, so I can't wait until we can get that sorted out. So that's a good project going ahead, but it is kind of a lot of hands-on and a lot of volunteers involved, but it gets me out and about in the weather, to get some fresh air, which also helps my depressions and my stress, so it's really important to me. Also connected to that is the beekeeping, which I want to keep bees there in a couple of years' time. But yeah, I've got a mentor who can go and see his beehives. They've been locked up for the winter, but finding time for that, it's really difficult. So I wish I had 8 days a week at the moment. I've also got to balance that with actually getting paid jobs. But the main thing is I really want to get the website going, because I think I need to get local people involved, and possibly get some fundraising, crowdfunding going on.
Just a quick question then.
Oh, quick question from the crowd.
Well, yeah. Because you sort of mentioned, yes, the area, but not really the area of London that this is actually in.
West London, shall we say? Well, I said Portobello Market. Is that sufficient enough? No.
Well, only for people that would know Portobello Market.
Yeah, yeah. Biggest market.
Don't forget that your website is world. Anybody in the world can see it. So
yeah. Okay.
Although you're talking about
it's not
an area, in Europe, a lot of the people that might watch this will maybe not have even ever heard of Portobello.
Yeah, that's true.
You see what I mean?
So to be more specific, it's West London. It's in the Notting Hill Gate area. So that might be a bit more of an international term because of the film Notting Hill. I've been here from the 60s, so which was very working class, very cosmopolitan, and it is still so, but the area's changed a lot. It's been upgraded hugely, and so yeah, I kind of feel a little bit of a stranger in my own area, but it is my area. It's in Westminster. So not far from what would be another landmark, Hyde Park. Would that be a landmark internationally? Probably not.
Queensway,
Bayswater, Kensington Palace. Not too far away, 10 minutes away in the park. So there you go. That should give you a bit of an idea of where I am. So in amongst this area of Westminster, we've got obviously a couple of other boroughs where I'm a peer mentor now. I'm very proud to wear my peer mentor badge. With a company called Turning Point. There's a lot of charities that do help people who have gone through my predicament, and also for disadvantaged people, and so I'm still with them and I'm a peer, and that actually helps me a great deal to continue really on the road I am. I realise it's going to be a difficult year this year because of all the projects, but my main thing is about enjoying the moment and enjoying the process, and I think that's sometimes what gets me into trouble, and sometimes I get a bit stressed out with it all, but everything I seem to be doing is aiming for the same thing, to open one day this dream of mine of having a real community cafe, non-profiting, where the neighbours and clients coming from the charities will be able to run it. Now this area is very expensive, so to try and get a premises is going to be difficult. But we had a great meeting with the 3 charities, and we're going to try and do some pop-up cafes to begin with, so people kind of get the idea, and then possibly apply for some grants, or donations, or the crowdfunding. In the meantime, I'm going to do even more research. Turning Point are going to be sending me to a place in Oxford and in Birmingham to research existing cafes who've kind of taken a lead with that, to see if I can use what they've got in place over here. So that's kind of interesting and exciting to get my teeth into. But best thing out is that I've also got another part-time job, which is going to be a football stadium. Do I mention the team? The team, you know, that would that go against me? Mentioning the team.
Well,
you know, people might hate me.
Well, to be honest, it's entirely up to you.
It's up to me.
Don't forget. I mean, I can edit this out. I can chop this bit out if you don't.
I mean, listen, it's Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham Hotspur, greatest team in the land. Supported them since '67. I've got a new stadium, and I'm going to be one of the stewards there. So, as you know from my blog, I'm a steward at Lords this year, which is exciting. We've got the Aussies coming over. And we've got the World Cup, one-day World Cups. There's a Rugby World Cup as well, isn't it, this year, in the autumn?
I think there's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on at the moment, yeah. And of course, the new stadium at Tottenham. So I'm really looking forward. This weekend, I'm going to do the whole training and the first event. We've got to do 2 events, and once that's cleared, we start proper. So about 9 months delayed, but hopefully we'll be opening up very soon. So that's exciting. And I've got my catering job, and actually doing a catering job for Turning Point, the charity that I do volunteer work for, with the idea that one day, either be the CAF or if we have an internal kitchen, that we could supply, by using clients to supply platters of food for people's, for example, the graduations and events that happen, which would be a start of sort of aiming for the CAF. So I better look at my notes now, because I've kind of lost all sight of what I was going to say. Book. Oh yeah, the class book. Now, I did get an innovation fund to provide 6 lessons, 6 classes of how to cook, food budgeting, with lots of tips, nutrition value, also showing the bit of the well-being side of things, how things helped me, what didn't, but what might help you. There'll be a bit of Qigong as well, which is just a breathing exercises, but ultimately fun, and having a basic knowledge that you can have healthy, tasty, colourful, wonderful food, and it is not expensive. And that to me was the main thing that helped me with my breathing exercises, to get that 10% of clarity that gave me discipline, which helped me jump a hurdle. So I've got 2 months to get that book ready for the classes, which I'm doing with a charity called St. Mungo's. So as you can see, lots and lots of things happening, but my main thing now is timetabling all of these things, because what also has happened, you might have to edit this, cut this or whatever. I'm doing a lot of talks for various charities as well, as a peer mentor, and helping support clients with my story. So I've got to kind of get used to all this, which I'm not used to. Talking to a little black box here, and giving the work in progress of everything that's happening, and get onto that social media to get local help as well. And that's the only way I'm going to do it. So this is the first update done this way. It's a little bit different from the first video, so that was a couple of years ago, so maybe you've seen the changes in me in that respect, and we're going to leave it like that for the moment until the next time. Take it easy. There is a section on the website called Inspiration, and my friend Pag as well has put some notes in there as well, and he's doing a little dance there. Gets quite active these days. He's a drummer, and you got a podcast going as well, haven't you?
I've got a YouTube channel.
YouTube channel, that's it. And he does a bit of gardening.
Well, I've got some onion sets planted at the moment, and I want to chit some potatoes.
What can I say?
And I'm in the studio, obviously.
Yeah, he's getting back to his drum. He used to drum a lot, so he's found a little local guy around the corner. So he did trying to do a couple of hours a week.
Well, I've done 1 hour in the last 15 years.
Yeah, but there you go.
At a real kit.
But it's got him excited.
Yeah, oh, blimey.
And we got a little project. I've started to write little lyrics and stuff. Absolutely rubbish at singing, but at least it's a hobby, keeps us happy. Maybe we'll do a little bit something on track in the future.
Well, I would suggest that. I'm pretty sure that's a definite.
Yeah, exactly.
Now I'm getting back to the playing routine.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll bump into Paul McCartney, and we'll get that on. One of those charity songs. It's a charity. But yeah, so look at the inspiration pages and listen. Well, if you read this stuff and something's inspired you and helped you through your depressions or your addictive nature, please do write in and tell me all about it, and we'll chuck it on the website. Yeah. Okay, so it's time to say goodbye. But this, I don't know if I've got something on the website. Got a picture of my old hat, which is this hat, which was my lucky hat, and then I lost it for 20 years. That's probably why I had 20 years of binges. But I found some material and got it all sewn on, so got my hat back, which I love to death. So thanks for watching, and if you like this, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to subscribe, that would be wonderful. You've got to hit the bell, and you'll be notified of all my latest videos, because there'll be plenty more. Goodbye for now, from my lucky hat and me.